Chapter 1 of Cuban Folklore. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Lynne Thompson. Cuban Folklore by L. Roy Terwilliger. Chapter 1. Superstition and Witchcraft in Cuba. Nowhere will one find such a mass of superstitious customs practised as in Cuba, especially among the black and mestizos, and even the educated whites, while not admitting their belief in witchcraft, have a wholesome fear of the brujo or witch-doctor. It is probable that most of these queer practices were introduced by the blacks who brought their strange beliefs from Africa. The belief in the evil spirit was doubtless the result of their early contact with the aboriginal Cubans, who worshipped the devil. Ñañiguismo is a form of superstition in which Catholicism and witchcraft are mingled in bewildering confusion. The Society of Ñañigos was first introduced in Cuba in 1836 by a cabildo of the Carabali nation. Many conjectures as to its origin have been put forward, but it is most probable that a priest or chief of the African institution called Ñanguitua was brought to Cuba as a slave, and here resumed his official character among his enslaved countrymen. The first juego, or chapter, was founded in Regla, and called the Apapa Epi. It was officially sanctioned and licensed by the government. The African order disbelieved in God, and the worship of idols and fetishes prevailed; in fact was one of the principal causes of the organization of the society. Brujos, or members of the order, who were supposed to possess supernatural powers, were consulted in all cases of sickness. Slaveholders claimed that the gente de nación (imported slaves) refused to be doctored by other means than their own brujos, and corporal punishment was absolutely necessary to overcome their stubbornness. Whites and even mulattoes were at first refused admission to the society, but in 1863 a traitor to the original chapter sold for 20 cents the secret of the order to a society of white and mulattoes, who by means of the secret passwords and signs gained admittance to the hall where an initiatory session was in progress, and demanded that their chapter be recognized by the head juego. A severe battle was the outcome of this high-handed manner of securing the administration of the initiation rites, but eventually resulted in the formation of the Ocolio Ñañigos, an order in which whites and half-castes were admitted. Many Catholic rites were introduced in the new order, which, however, did not entirely displace their belief in their former idols. The Ñañigos about this time began to assume a vicious character, and soon became a serious menace to society. The degenerate whites who became Ñañigos soon displaced the old negro kings or chiefs, and introduced many new customs, most of which were not to be desired in a civilized country. It is a curious fact that the atavism or reversion of half-breeds almost always result in excesses. Religious dances of an indecent character were introduced, and more revolting rites of initiation installed. Rivalry among the different chiefs sprung up, and dissensions among the various orders soon assumed a bloody aspect. Sanguinary battles among the negroes and half-castes were common every feast day, and resulted in stringent laws being passed against the entire organization. After the entrance of whites and mulattoes in the different orders, the cross became one of the most important symbols of the order. The great seal was used only by the head chapter at Regla, each district having a different symbol. All initiatory rites were performed by the chief of the district, and the Carabali tongue was used exclusively. The novice was marked on the forehead with blood in the sign of the cross on the breast and on the back, after which he was struck several times with the palo mocongo, a cane covered with skin and mounted with precious metals. This was to test his courage. Many other ceremonies were practised. The novice being declared a fit candidate for membership, blood was mixed with aguardiente and drunk by the new member, and a wild scene of
Sample complete. Ready to continue?